campers! Here's a quick video on how to make your very own paper crane. Alright everybody, today we're going to learn how to make your very own paper crane. These are really fun little guys. So what you're going to need is a square piece of paper, preferably origami paper, which I think we're going to be able to send you all. So origami paper is this lightweight paper, and generally it's got two different sides. It's got like a colored side and it's got a blank side. Sometimes that side is white, sometimes that side is, in this case, green. And it's just important to know which side is which, because you want the cool side to be the side that your crane is, and you want the green side to be the side that's on the inside. So for example, this crane, like the cool side is this like kaleidoscope stained glass pattern, and on the inside you can see it's just plain red. So let's learn how to make a crane. So the first step we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of paper and we're going to fold it in a bunch of different ways. We're going to fold it and then unfold it. We're just making a bunch of creases. So we're going to fold it diagonally. And unfold it. We're going to fold it diagonally the other way. And unfold it. Make sure those creases are nice and sharp. And then we're going to fold it in half both ways also. So we're going to fold it in half this way. And unfold. And then we're going to fold it in half this way. It doesn't matter which direction you fold it in. It just matters that you fold it and unfold it. Alright, so now if you'll notice, we have a bunch of different folds. We have all the diagonal folds, and we have all of the in half folds, and this puts the whole thing into a bunch of triangular panels. So then what we're going to do is we're going to make sure it's flipped over to the side that you don't want, the white side or the inside side or anything like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take this square and you're going to turn it 90 degrees so that it's a diamond. Alright, now here's one of the trickier folds. What we're going to do is we are going to fold some of these folds in on themselves to make a diamond. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold this in half. So now the color side should be facing out and you've got a nice big triangle. Then what we have to do is fold this in. So in order to do that, we're going to open this up, and then if we look at this, we can push it in, and then this fold will actually start being folded backwards. So essentially what we can do is if we keep this side flat, we can just fold this one inside like so. So then we have a nice square. And then we just pull that flat back out, and we're back to our diamond shape. See, what we've done is we've just taken this, and then we've just taken this from here, and then we folded it in on itself, like so. So then we're just going to do that same exact thing to the other side. Take this corner and fold it in on itself. So your end result is going to be this diamond, but it's like this double layered diamond. So it's got two different layers. It's got an upper layer and it's got a bottom layer, and you can like fold it open to the sides like that. Alright, so now if you'll notice, your diamond has a layer that is open on the bottom, down here, and a layer that's not open on the top. So make sure that the layer that's open is the one facing you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take these corners here and we're going to pull them towards the center. So I'm going to take this corner and I'm going to pull it right towards the center to make these little tiny triangles, like so. And again, I'm trying to make sure these folds are as clean as possible. And it's starting to look a little bit more like a kite. So then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. We're just going to fold this in, these tiny little triangles, and now it looks kind of like a kite or maybe a flower. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to open this right back up. So again, you're just making that crease. You're going to fold those in and then open them right back up. And then same thing here on this top triangle part. What you're going to do is just fold it over and then unfold it. That's just to make a crease, so that we're able to do the next step. And then now see you have this sort of like kite pattern. So now what we're going to do, this is a little bit trickier step, so watch carefully. We're going to take the bottom flap, but only the topmost layer. There's 4 layers down at the bottom. There's a couple layers down at the bottom, only the topmost one. And make sure you've unfolded all those previous folds. So you're going to take only the topmost one and you're going to pull it straight up. And you're going to see all of this green as you pull straight up. And as you gently pull straight up, you're going to see that the sides are going to want to start folding in. That's what you want. What you're going to do is when the sides start folding in, you are just going to crease those sides. Like so. So you're going to let it fold naturally into that kite pattern. Again, so as you pull up, the sides are going to naturally want to fold in, and you are just going to fold that kite pattern so that it is just like that. So you have this big kite, and then we still have a diamond on the back side. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to take the steps we just did with the front on turning this diamond into the kite, and we're going to do that on the back side. I'll do this a little bit quicker this time. So see, we're going to fold in, and then fold in, making sure our creases are nice and tight and nice and clean. We're going to fold the top over to make that fold, and then back again, and we're going to open up all those folds. So now it's just a diamond with folds. And then what we're going to do is take the bottommost flap, the flap that's right on the top there, hold the other one down, and we're just going to pull up gently. Then as we can see, the sides are going to start naturally folding in all by themselves. So then what we're going to do is fold them right along those creases so that they're nice and even on both sides. And now we have a kite on both sides. We have a big double layered kite. Like so. So we have a kite, but this kite has a top and a bottom. So on the top, it's solid. You can't really fold it apart. But on the bottom, there's a crease right here. It's almost like it has legs. These are like the little legs of the crane. That'll end up becoming its head and tail. And these up here will end up becoming the wings of the crane. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make the crane's body a little bit more fancy. So what we're going to do is remember that fold where we like folded to the middle before? We're going to do that again, like this, with the topmost layer on the kite. And you're going to see you get this folded pattern here. We're going to do that with both of the top flaps right here. We're going to end up with this. And then, as you might have guessed, we're just going to flip that over and do the same thing to the other side. Remember, keep these creases nice and neat because you want them clean for when we are finishing up the crane. And we're getting pretty close to being done. Alright, so we've got our crane and we've got our little legs. So now what we're going to do is we're going to fold the legs up. So you're going to take a leg of the crane and you're going to fold it up along the same angle as this line right here, but a little bit lower, like you're making the head. You're going to fold it just like this, like you're making the head. And you're going to do the same exact thing on the other side, like you're making the head and the tail. But then you're going to unfold it because this won't actually stay. So you unfold it, you've got your legs, and now you just have a couple of new creases. Now what we're going to do is what's called an inverse fold. This is a little tricky, but it's the last hard fold in the origami. So what we're going to do is, you know how we have a front and back? Well, there's also a side right here that you can kind of open up. So we're going to flip it over to its side and carefully open up that side. Now what we're going to do is do what we just did before with the leg. We're just going to pull it up like so. But as we pull up, we're going to see it's going to try to fold backwards on itself. That's what we want. That's the inverse fold. So what we're going to do is we're just going to fold it backwards, and that'll create the tail of the crane, and it'll let it be nicely tucked in with the body. So then we're going to do that on the other side to create the head of the crane. We're going to open up that side panel just a little bit, and we're going to take our leg and we're going to pull it up, and then it'll stop right at that crease that we've made, and it'll start wanting to fold in and on itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold it right on in on itself. To create either the head or the tail. And now you'll see the legs will stay in place because of that inverse fold that we just did. And now we're almost done. So now we have a crane, but it doesn't have a head, and we can't really see its body. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold open the wings. These are the wings. So with the wings, it helps if you actually fold them down first before you pull them out, because it just makes it a little bit easier and a little bit cleaner. So we're just going to take the wings and we're just going to gently fold them down a little bit and then unfold just so that crease is already there and we can pull them out nicely without breaking the crane. So now here's the moment of truth. You're going to pick your crane up and you're going to grab one of its wings in each hand, and you're just going to gently, very gently pull outward. If you pull too hard, you can rip it, but as you can see, its back will start to almost inflate as long as you pull gently. And there we can see we have the body of our crane, and we also have its wings. Now the last thing to do is to make a head. So just pick whichever side of the crane you want to be a head, and just take the very tip of the point and fold it down. And that can be the little head of your crane. So this is a completed crane. And so if you want him to stand up, you can just sort of fold down his little legs a little bit just so he can stand up a little better. But yeah, these cranes are really beautiful, and you can make them out of any origami paper. And I hope that you guys enjoy making these because I enjoyed making this one for you. And I hope you enjoy your summer.